It's time for the Dungeon Dweebs.
The three of you are now outside the walls of Cyrennica, about a mile hike in. It is currently the middle of night. It's about 9 p.m., give or take 20-30 minutes. Choice is yours what you would like to do, whether you want to camp outside the city, go in first thing in the morning, or make your way into the city and stay at an inn.
In my vision, does the murder of my brother happen at night or during daytime? Do I recall?
It was during the day.
I don't want to risk it. I want to try to find him and get him to a safe location and lay low.
So, do we have an idea where your brother is?
I remember in the vision it was the marketplace, that he was in an alley. It was daytime. He looked like he was begging there for a while.
Well, that's something. Let's go now and see if we can find your brother. Sleeping in an alleyway or something. I was hoping we could have had dinner and some rest.
Me too, but if we're here, we might as well try to find him and then get some rest.
Let's go.
You guys make your way towards the city, and you arrive at the gate. The gate is currently closed, but you can see some guards milling about up top that kind of eye you as you approach.
I wave my hand out to do a friendly, hello, we're not fucking bandits.
You do realize that curfew's in about 20 minutes, correct?
I'm aware, and that's why we're here.
ID's in the pipe to your left, and you see there's a mechanical pipe opens up.
Sure, I'll just reach in and grab my ID.
And Gills as well, of course.
Mm-hmm.
A minute or two later, they come back down, tube opens again, and the gate begins to drop. Alright, make your way in. 500, 600 feet. First left, you'll find the dry teapot there. Best bet for finding room for the night.
Can we go... Sir, can you show us where the market is? Can you point us to the market really quick?
Market will open in the morning. Get inside before curfew.
Thanks a lot. I just grab REITHA, like a angry parent moving their child to get away from an issue.
Gil sighs as he walks back into civilization once again.
Yeah, you guys make your way down the street. It is pretty deserted here at night. There's a couple of lamps lit, but most people are already inside, which makes sense considering the guard mentioned curfew.
Do you think we can go really quick before curfew?
Do you know where it is?
No, I don't know the city.
Exactly. And now we're going to go and look around as soon as we get information.
You guys make your way down the street. You find the sign over top of the door reading the dry teapot. You make your way inside, and there's still a couple people milling about. All that has to happen after curfew is you have to be inside. You don't necessarily have to be in bed. So there's a bard playing some music. There's a couple of people still enjoying meals and drinks, but less people than you would normally see, for sure.
I'm going to go to the barkeep, knock on the table, excuse me, sir. Do you have a room available or a couple rooms available?
He looks at a couple of little boxes behind him. Yeah, it looks like we got 3 rooms.
Can we get those 3?
Sure, 3 silver per room.
Alright, I will hand the exact amount.
Takes the coin, grabs 3 keys off the hooks, and hands them to you.
Alright, let's go check out the rooms real quick. Thanks a lot, good man.
He goes back to cleaning.
I want to go to one of the rooms just to inspect it real quick.
Yeah, it's closed off, no windows, 1 door. That's about it.
REITHA, I'm going to be the one going to look for your brother. You need to stay here and keep an eye on things. This is not my first time going around this place with curfew around, alright?
You know that I traveled before you, right? I can do things without you relying on my skills.
REITHA, can you not let me just go look for your brother and that's it? It's not like we're going to see trouble.
What if he's scared? What if he runs away from you? What if he doesn't listen to you? What if he doesn't come? What if he's already dead?
Give me something that proof that I'm a friend of yours.
I'll give him my coin.
If he's already dead, I'm sorry. But if he's that skittish, I have a way with words.
He's not gonna run away. I'm coming along as well.
I'm sorry, what?
Bruno, you'll stay. Bruno just nods.
Oh, joy, my favorite person gets to come with me.
Also, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Just stay here. Pray. I don't fucking know. Just stay here, okay?
Yeah. And I will kind of just turn around, close the door before they say anything else, and I will start praying. Legitimately.
Who are you praying to?
I think I'm praying to Cersei because she's the goddess that I've learned about, and Lissa because she's the goddess who's protected me this whole time.
As you close your eyes and begin to pray, you get another vision of the market. It's the same area, same time as before. You see Aranmir ahead, but instead of following him into the alley, you stay right where you are in the market. If you would like to make a perception check, you are welcome to.
That's a 12.
With 12, you see a merchant selling sausages, and you see a merchant selling jewels, and then the vision fades.
I'm gonna try and just find them and just tell them because it hasn't been that long, so.
So you open the door, then you turn left, and you see Simon halfway out the window as Gil is helping him out, and we both turn to look at you
Are you fucking kidding me right now? And I'm holding on to the rim of the
Get back in.
I just had more details. Just try to find the alley by the merchants with sausages and jewels. I prayed, and someone answered. I don't know. Just find him.
Go back inside. We'll take care of it.
You just see a random guy come out of the bathroom at the end of the hall, look at the three of you, and just turn back around.
I will stalk back and slam the door behind me.
Alright, both of you go ahead, give me your stealth checks.
I got a nat 20. That's a 40.
I also got a nat 20, and it's 40-something as well.
You guys slip out the window, and the first thing that you notice is that the world around you seems to be covered in almost a slight mist. It's clear enough that you're in the physical plane, but you're seeing into some sort of alternate reality. All around in different alleys and corners and crossways, you see different floating orbs with figures moving within them. You can't really tell what's happening too much, but you can tell that you're seeing another layer of reality.
I look at Gil. What the fuck did your magic do?
What? Oh, my magic.
What do you mean it's not your magic? I can sneak very well. You did something. What the fuck did you do?
I just made it easier.
Made it easier, he says.
Where are we?
I don't fucking know.
What are those?
The fuck I know. Okay. Maybe this is just a weird effect of your magic because this place is magic hating. Let's just go to the marketplace and just ignore whatever the fuck we're looking at right now.
Simon, go ahead, make me a history check, because you would have a general knowledge of urban myths.
16 in total.
You have heard an urban myth about a couple years back, 5-10 years ago. There was a thief who went by the alias of Spectre, who was known for sneaking out wherever, and any information that he procured were things that he wouldn't be able to know, and people would see him leave a building or walk into a building and he would just disappear without a trace. So your first thought is that maybe something like this happened to him and he just disappeared. Because eventually, about 3 years passed, he just vanished and hadn't been heard from since.
Okay, Gil, I have somewhat of an idea. Walk and talk, or sneak and talk. I don't fucking... Just come on. And as we're walking, we're sneakily going through alleyways to go to the marketplace, because I know where the marketplace is, right?
Yeah, you have a general idea. You've been here before.
Yeah. As I'm walking, I just start telling him, like, there used to be a very famous thief, at least that's what the, tales go, that he's so proficient in hiding and so well loved by the shadows that he just snaps and he's gone.
And as you guys are walking, like, you see different patrol guards kind of going down the streets, making sure people are inside. And it seems like the shadows around you kind of stretch to cover you. Like they want to keep you hidden.
So you're saying that you and I are...
We're in some, I don't know, some shadowverse? I don't know. Because, what is it? It's called, spell's called Pass Without a Trace. Maybe this is what it technically is.
Do you know where to go?
I have an idea. Come on.
Alright.
You guys make your way through the town. It takes about 10-15 minutes, but eventually you end up in the empty bazaar.
As we're walking and everything has the different lights, people has the lights I'm assuming are people, right?
There are figures moving within the orbs, yes.
So, do I understand these are sources of light, or these are people like souls?
As far as you can tell, these are things that have happened in the past, almost like memories.
Does the city look different?
It looks like it's shifting a little bit, almost like you're looking at it through a lens, but it still looks pretty normal. Yeah, you guys make your way through the town. Eventually you end up in the bazaar, and here there is a pretty massive concentration of the orbs. Obviously this is a place that a lot of people go through, whether they're making deals, buying items, taking jobs, turning in jobs. This is the main hub for commerce and community in this city.
Do we hear them conversing, or is it just something that we can tell by looking?
It's very distorted. You can't make out what they're saying, but if you got closer and like really focused on it, mechanically speaking, if you touched it, you would be able to essentially relive that memory.
Okay, because that's what Gil was about to do next.
Make me just a flat wisdom check real quick.
Yeah, 16.
You do get the sense that if you were to touch the orbs, while you would still be hidden, you would be taken out of the Shadow Realm.
And then if I were to pull out, would I go back in, or would I be permanently out?
Until you made another stealth check above 40, you would be out. What do you guys want to look for?
Weird question, just because. Do we see anything awkward in any of these lights? Like, do we see, like, one that looks like a purple cloud because, all the drugs there in their system?
Go ahead, make me a perception check.
23.
You see a couple memories are shifting less than the others, and you get the sense that these are maybe some of the memories you should be focusing on because that's at the forefront of your mind. That's what you're thinking about. You don't know exactly how helpful they'll be, but then again, you have never been to the Shadow Realm before, so this is a new experience.
Is this next to the hot dog stand and the jewelry shop?
There is nothing in the stalls right now, so you don't know.
Okay. I will interact with the memory that I just saw.
You reach into the memory, and you're in the market. It's almost like you're watching this in third person from above. You see who you think might be the kid. It looks like he's being given some sort of instructions by what looks like some sort of archer figure. He has a quiver on his back and a bow, and he gives him a couple of coins before he runs off. And you see him pull out a sending stone. You're able to get a little bit closer, and you hear him talking to someone that he refers to as Michael. The message goes, "Michael, let Edvard know that Brahm is making his move."
Any of those names ring a bell?
The only name that you recognize is Edvard. That was the name of the leader of the Sons of Wolf.
Interesting. Okay.
And then the memory ends, and you find yourself back in the regular world. You still can see Gil, but he's a little kind of shifting between planes almost.
Right. I look at him. I say, "Okay. Do I see this? Do I see a person in front of me, or anywhere in this alleyway?"
No, it's still empty.
Did I get a look of these people from the shadow realm, or everything was, like silhouettes, sort of?
It was very much silhouettes, yeah.
Very, very Frodo in the Ring, right?
Yeah, you were kind of like able to make out their equipment, like, a quiver and a bow, but not much past that. It is clear enough that the boy was given some coins, so if he was in the market, he probably wasn't begging, like REITHA said.
Should I also give it a shot?
You are welcome to.
Do you want me to roll again to see if I get to the shadow realm again?
For you, no. We'll limit that to once a day. For Gil, you can make a perception check to see if there's anything that stands out to you.
28.
You notice 3 different things. The first of which is almost an iteration of what Simon saw. Not exactly, maybe a little bit later in the day. The second is kind of the same insignia that you saw on an exposed limb of one of the men in Godric's cabin. And the last is a man in, I think, like Doctor Strange kind of garb, and it looks like he's casting a spell.
And those are 3 separate memories? Or
Those are 3 separate memories, yes.
I think I'm going to go to the one with the edge symbol. Because you said Godric.
You reach into the memory again, looking at this in the third person, and you see what looks like maybe some sort of noble standing in an alleyway, talking to a group of 3 of these people. And you're not able to make out the whole conversation, but you hear a reference to Verace, a reference to the Church of the Eight, and a reference to someone named Wilhelm Fryer. And then some coin passes hands, and they part ways. And then you are taken out of the shadow. Hey everyone, John here. As always, we just want to say thanks for listening to our podcast. This is a passion project that we're not able to dedicate a lot of time to, but we're doing the best we can to tell a great story that's worth coming back to. If you haven't already, open up your Instagram and drop a follow on @dungeondweebspod to keep up to date on all of our releases and any other content we have available. You can also subscribe to the Dungeon Dweebs on YouTube or join our subreddit at r/dungeondweebs. As always, tell your friends, tell your family, and tell your own party to join in on the adventure via Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. With all that said and without further ado, let's jump right back into the story.
Let's go home.
Upon hearing the name Wilhelm, Simon, go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
17.
Gil, you see Simon freeze. A rune lights up on his forehead, and Simon, you get that weird sense of watching something through someone else's body. It's almost the same scenario, and you see this person walk in front of a mirror. There is no reflection. And then the vision changes, and you're back in your body, and the rune fades.
That's new.
Don't ask. I don't even know what the hell's going on with me right now. I have an idea, and it might be involving a vampire.
Well, don't fuck it up like you did last time.
Okay. I'd punch him in the nose. What's your AC, Gil?
17.
21 does hit. So you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as I crack you in the face. I'm gonna look at you and say, go fuck yourself and go fuck a tree.
Yeah. Gil with a bloody nose headbutts him. 24? Yeah, you also take 4 damage. Do you want to continue this later when we're not breaking some laws?
I do that on a daily basis, you cunt. Don't think I haven't forgotten your shit you did to me.
I don't expect you to forget.
I don't really give a shit anymore if you're gonna take a shiny chair sooner or later. But the kid's convinced about something that's real special going on.
As long as you promise to not put us in harm's way.
I'll make that promise, and I'm gonna see you fuck it up first.
I haven't broken my word. Have I?
I'm gonna go and head back to the inn. I don't really care if Gil follows or not at this point.
You guys make your way back to the inn, go to your rooms, clean up a little, and you can all mark your coveted long rest. You all wake up the next morning, curfew ends at sunrise, and you're able to make your way out.
All undressed with the sunrise and already waiting by the inn door for these two to catch up. I haven't left, but I'm waiting.
Do I still have the coin?
She hasn't asked for it back.
That symbol that Gil saw on Simon's head, does he at all recognize it from anything?
You would not.
I'm going to draw, or I'm going to have Gil's going to basically draw the symbol as best he can. And basically, like in the morning of, he's going to show it to Simon. This was on your head. This is new.
Go ask REITHA. It's too early for this shit.
You guys told me everything, right? Including like the sending and everything.
Yeah, everything. We know you're gonna be extremely adamant looking for your brother, so we gave you all the information.
Do any of these names or anything ring a bell? Like any of this?
No.
I am basically holding like clay cup with coffee in it for Simon. Can we go?
Yeah. What time does the bazaar open?
So it's about a half an hour to an hour after sunrise, basically whenever the merchants are ready to sell.
As I go take that cup of coffee from REITHA, I'm like, here, please put this somewhere. I don't have to see it. Gives back the coin.
Could I have potentially used the Find Familiar spell last night from the mana manipulator?
Yeah, who are you using it on? Or what are you using it on?
I'm gonna put it on Mouse.
Yeah, you activate the matter manipulator, and you see Mouse kind of like a magical sheen kind of comes over him, and he turns into a spectral form of himself that's just kind of spinning around in the air before grabbing into your shoulder.
Oh, congratulations, you killed your pet.
No, he's harder to kill now.
Yeah, because he's dead. Anyway, thanks for the coffee. This is all black. Alright.
Yeah, so Mouse will now act as a familiar. He can be summoned and dismissed at will. You guys make your way into the market, and the first thing you notice, Simon, is that a lot of the wares are themed for Winterfest.
Oh, joy, we're in the middle of a holiday.
We are?
You guys make your way into the market. The smell of various spices and sounds of merchants shouting to sell their wares. Very prominent, just kind of blasting your senses for a moment, and it kind of disorients you, and then kind of moving with the flow of the crowd going through the market.
I'm immediately looking around, walking fast, like going from alley to alley.
Gil, what's your passive?
I think it's like 19. No, it's 20.
One of the first things you notice is that in almost every stall, there is that same symbol that you saw on Simon's forehead. Like some sort of talisman.
Gil's gonna go to the merchant. What's this? He points at talisman.
The talisman. That's sign of Orme, god of merchants. You live under a rock. Most people know that.
Let's say I'm not most people. Now, god of merchants. I know gods have multiple jobs. What's his?
Watching other merchants. If you're not going to buy anything, move on.
What's he selling?
He is currently selling, like, little bits of jewelry. Some seem magical, some are not.
Gil will drop a sack of 30 gold. One of your shinies.
you get a bracelet that allows you to cast the light spell. And then people start pushing you out of the way as the line behind you has grown and other people are trying to buy shit.
I would have started looking right away. I wouldn't have waited for this.
You broke off of the group and now you're lost.
Yes, 100%. I am going from alleyway to alleyway looking for my brother.
Yeah, Veruna's still with you, though.
You get through most of the bazaar and you still haven't seen the two merchants that you saw from your vision. And eventually you guys reach the end of the market. REITHA, you haven't seen those two merchants. And you come upon a gallows in the middle of the square. You see that there are 5 men on the platform, 3 of which are bound. 1 is dressed in armor, and the other is dressed in the clothes of a noble.
Like what they described in the memories?
No, this is something different.
Is there anyone in the crowd that is there, like watching and whispering to each other, or no?
There's a lot of people.
I kind of tap the back of somebody, like, hey, what the hell is going on here? What they do?
He just kind of shushes you and gestures for you to listen. And you hear the crimes of each of the 3 men being spoken aloud. The most capital sin of each of them is the casting of magic and affiliation with a group known as the Arcane Brotherhood. After their crimes have been laid out, the nooses are tied around their necks, and just as the lever is about to be pulled, a fireball hits the gallows, destroying the top of it. And you see in a couple different spots of the crowd, there are mages casting spells, guards are rushing out, spells clashing against them, and essentially chaos erupts.
A football carry REITHA, dodge the crowd.
Yep, go ahead and make me a dexterity save.
That's a 18.
19 for me.
Yeah, you guys have managed to kind of avoid most of everything, and you're kind of pushed back towards the market.
I'm going to take off the mana suppression cuff and cast sending. And I say, Aranmir, I'm at the marketplace in Cyrennica. I'm trying to find you. Where are you? It's going crazy.
The spell goes through. You do not hear an instant response, but you get a flash, and directly across on the other side of the square where the gallows were, you see Aranmir before he's swallowed into the crowd.
Let me be smart about this. But do I have my once a day suppression still?
You do. This will be acrobatics to get out of his grapple.
No, I'm taking Simon with me, baby. I'm casting Dimension Door across the marketplace. I will use the suppression. I want to make sure this happens.
Yeah, you appear on the other side of the gallows. Chaos is still going on, so nobody notices the spell being cast. But you do not... Well, make me a perception check.
24.
24, you see Aranmir. He's started moving further away from the gallows, and he slips into an alleyway.
Follow me, I see him, please.
Following, stumbling, more likely, just because of, like, what the fuck happened.
I just grab his hand and I run after him.
Make your way into the alley, and you find a dead end.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, there's nobody there. There's a wall, a couple of trash cans.
I start calling for him.
Your words fall on deaf ears.
May I perceive and walk towards the wall?
Sure.
24.
The end of the alleyway does seem to be some sort of illusion.
Cool. Can I sprint through?
You run through, and you're running a little bit too fast, and you run into a wall, but it's on the other side. There's only like 3 or 4 feet of space between the illusion and the actual wall, and there is a door here.
Can I open the door?
The door clicks open and reveals a staircase down.
I will tell Veruna, go back to Gil. Tell him we'll bring him here. Tell him to follow us.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the sending stone and say, hey, dumbass, find us. We're on the other side of this chaos. There's an illusionary wall. We're going down on a mysterious flight of stairs. If we're dead, it's your fault.
Are you guys rolling stealth, or are you just going down the stairs?
We're going down stealthily.
Alright, roll for stealth.
30 for me, partner.
So 22.
You guys make your way down the stairs. At the bottom of the stairs, Simon, with your Arcana, you recognize that there is an alarm spell at the bottom of the stairs. Easy enough to step over, but stepping on it would not be very difficult if you didn't know it was there. And you guys walk into what looks like some sort of headquarters for a Thieves Guild or something. Think like Skyrim, you just walked into the Thieves Guild type of thing. There's maybe 10, 15 people around. They're kind of running around doing a couple different things, going down different exits to whatever this place is. None of them paying you very much mind because you didn't step on the alarm. In REITHA, the first thing you see is a Ranmir talking to Jane.
To Jane? I run at them and I hug them.
REITHA!
You run, you hug them. First thing that happens is you are flipped onto your back as Jane holds a knife to your throat, looks at you with confusion in her eyes, and says, "What the hell are you doing here?"